Hi, I'm Alex Hart, and I'd like to read you a story. Last time we started reading this one, Fairies of the Trees, by Cicely Mary Barker. So let's continue reading. This time we have the lime tree, fairy. Bees, bees, come to the trees, where the lime has hung her treasures. Come, come, hover and hum, come and enjoy your pleasures. The feast is ready, the guests are bidden. Under the petals, the honey is hidden. Like pearls shine the drops of sweetness there, and the scent of the lime flowers fills the air. But soon, these blossoms pretty and pale will all be gone, and the leaf-like sail will bear the little round fruits away. So bees, bees, come while you may. The cherry tree fairy. Cherries a treat for the blackbirds, cherries for girls and boys. And there's never an elf in the treetops, but cherries are what he enjoys. Cherries in garden and orchard, ripe and red in the sun, and the merriest elf in the treetops is the fortunate cherry tree one. The poplar fairy. White fluff is drifting like snow round our feet. Puff, it goes blowing away down the street. Where does it come from? Look up and see. There, from the poplar. Yes, from that tree. Tassels of silky white fluffiness there hang among leaves, all a shake in the air. Fairies, you may well guess, use it to stuff pillows and cushions and play with it. Puff. This is called the black poplar, but only, I think, because there is also a white poplar, which has white leaves. The very tall, thin poplar is the Lombardy. Who knew? Isn't that fantastic? Such pretty pictures. The mulberry fairy. Here we go round the mulberry bush. You remember the rhyme. Oh yes. But which of you know how mulberries grow on the slender branches drooping low? Not many of you, I guess. Someone goes round the mulberry bush when nobody's there to see. He takes the best and he leaves the rest, from top to toe, like a mulberry dressed. This fat little fairy's he. The ash tree fairy. Trunk and branches are smooth and grey, ash grey, my honey. The buds of the ash tree, black are they, and the days are long and sunny. The leaves make patterns against the sky, blue sky, my honey, and the keys in bunches hang on high. To call them keys is funny. Each with its seed, the keys hang there, still there, my honey. When the leaves are gone and the woods are bare, short days may yet be sunny. The willow fairy. By the peaceful stream or the shady pool, I dip my leaves in the water cool. Over the water I lean all day, where the sticklebacks and the minnows play. I dance, when the breezes blow, and dip my toes in the stream below. The pine tree fairy. A tall, tall tree is the pine tree, with its trunk of bright red brown, the red of the merry squirrels who go scampering up and down. There are cones on the tall, tall pine tree, with its needles sharp and green. Small seeds in the cones are hidden, and yet they ripen there unseen. The elves play games with the squirrels at the top of the tall, tall tree, throwing cones for the squirrels to nibble. I wish I were there to see. Look at that. The elm fairy. Soft and brown in wintertime, dark and green in summer's prime, all their leaves in a yellow haze in the pleasant autumn days. See the line of elm trees stand, keeping watch through all the land, over lanes and crops and cows, and the fields where Dobbin ploughs. All day long, with listening ears, sits the elm tree elf, and hears distant bell and bleat and bark, whistling boy and singing lark. Often on the topmost boughs, many a rook has built a house. Evening comes, and overhead, cawing, home they fly to bed. The alder fairy. By the lake or riverside, where the alders dwell, in the autumn may be spied baby catkins, cones beside, old and new as well. Seasons come and seasons go, that's the tale they tell. After autumn, winter's cold leads us to the spring, and before the leaves unfold on the alder, you'll behold crimson catkins swing. They're making ready now. That's the song I sing. Doesn't that look fun? The sweet chestnut fairy. Sweet chestnut. Chestnuts, sweet chestnuts, to pick up and eat, or keep until winter. When hot, they're a treat. Like hedgehogs, their shells are prickly outside, but silky within, where the little nuts hide. Till the shell is split open, and shiny and fat, the chestnut appears. Says the fairy, "How's that?" The silver birch fairy. There's a gentle tree with a satiny bark, all silver white, and upon it dark is many a crosswise line and mark. She's a tree there's no mistaking. The birch is this light and lovely tree, and as light and lovely still as she, when the summer's time has come to flee, as she was at spring's awaking. She has new birch catkins, small and tight, though the old ones scatter and take their flight. And the little leaves, all yellow and bright, in the autumn winds are shaking. And with fluttering wings and hands that cling, the fairies play, and the fairies swing on the fine thin twigs that will toss and spring with never a fear of breaking. The plane tree fairy. You will not find him in the wood, nor in the country lane, but in the city's parks and streets you'll see the plane. Oh, turn your eyes from pavements grey, and look you up instead, to where the plane tree's pretty balls hang overhead. When he has shed his golden leaves, His balls will yet remain to deck the tree until the spring comes back again. And then the author has left a little note here. Besides the balls which turn to browny silky fluff in the spring and fly away, you may know the plain by its strange peeling bark in piebald patches of dark and light grey. I think I've seen those trees. And finally, the Christmas tree. The little Christmas tree was born and dwelt in open air. It did not guess how bright a dress some day its boughs would wear. Brown cones were all it thought a tall and grown-up fir could bear. Oh, little fir, your forest home is far and far away, and here indoors these boughs of yours, with coloured balls are gay, with candle light and tinsel bright, for this is Christmas Day. A dolly fairy stands on top till children sleep. Then she, a live one now, from bough to bough, goes gliding silently. O magic sight, this joyous night, O laden sparkling tree. The Christmas tree fairy. Have you seen a Christmas tree fairy? And I think that is the end of today's book, Fairies of the Trees. Wasn't that nice? I hope you enjoyed sharing this time with me today. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to hear more great stories and nursery rhymes. Until next time.